All right. So before I jump in, we're gonna watch the trailer. So if anybody is one of those people that are just like, the trailers is spoilers, which to be fair, kind of. But if anybody's like that, we're gonna watch the Shadowbringers stuff real quick. So avert thine gaze. The music in Final Fantasy, man. Okay, so this is the battlefield between the Alliances and the Empire at the end of the Stormblood expansion. There's the flags of the Alliance. That's the flag of Garlemald. Ooh, a katana.
How many years have come and gone since that day?
This is the representative of the player character. There's Xenos, but it's Elidibus, really. It's Xenos' body, Elidibus, the Ascian.
How many years have I waited for this moment?
Samurai v Samurai.
For the one that stood alone against the storm.
For the one who stood alone against the storm. Wow. Beautiful.
For the one they called. The Warrior of Light.
The one they called the Warrior of Light. Good shit. So good. The change in music, the zoom in on the eye is so good. Okay, this interesting swap to Wandering Through the Wasteland. Getting flashes here for some reason of the different expansion trailers. That one was even back to the 1.0 trailer. Weary wanderer, no fight left to fight. There's the translation down there. No life left to live. I don't know why this gremlin's talking at us, but... Oh, it comes. The end. Your end. An angelic figure. This shit goes wild, by the way. When I first saw this trailer and I had no context for anything, I was just like, what the fuck is happening in Final Fantasy XIV? Okay, switching jobs there in the middle of that. Fool, who are you? No one, nothing. Okay, some meteors in the forest and a settlement here. And here we get a shot of Urianger and a mysterious cloaked figure.
What sayest thou, Master Matoya?
What sayest thou, Master Matoya?
We may accept this fate or defy it, but we cannot deny it.
That's such a good line from Urianger.
I don't want to run from our troubles.
We can accept this fate or we can defy it, but we cannot deny it. Such a good line. Then they swap to Dragon class. Swaps again to all the different classes that we've seen in the trailers at the expansion. Some monk now. Back to this forest for some reason.
Until our friend returns, I will hold the line.
It's revealed that it's Yeshua. Sunshot of this city now. Opulence for some reason. Cat people. Way below the ground. Somebody running with a girl. A lion. Because why not? It's Thankerin. Music is really loud. I really wish there was closed captions.
I'm not going anywhere. I promise you, Ophelia.
That must have driven people fucking crazy when they first saw this trailer. I'm not going anywhere. I promise you, Minfilia. Then this giant thing for some reason. I love this shot, by the way, in this trailer. It's just like, hey guys, Viera is a new race in this expansion, and also so is Dancer, the new class. Our mysterious mage.
Tragedy, greater even than the seventh umbral calamity.
With a crystal hand, it's so cool.
And the final cat last swap to Samurai.
If history must be unwritten, let it be unwritten.
History must be unwritten, let it be unwritten. Thanks, Mysterious Mage, for that.
You must.
Become what you must. Now, Dark Knight wasn't new with this expansion, but this is the Dark Knight, basically. Crystal Tower there in the distance. Become the warrior of darkness. And that was it for the Shadowbringers trailer. Wasn't that great? They go so ham in the trailers. That was very loud, though. And this is the old title screen for Shadowbringers. Yeah, the music was a bit loud, though, in that trailer. I wish there was a way you can adjust it, because the dialogue was a bit quiet. But the dialogue in that trailer also really fly. Really good lines. Uriange's line, once again, is like we can accept this fate, or we can defy it, but we cannot deny it. Good line. Deny. I'm not wont to run from my troubles, or something like that. It was just like, yeah. It was good shit. The stuff at the beginning with the fight with the Alliance versus Garlemald, fire. How long have I waited for the one they call the Warrior of Light? It's good shit. Anyway, so that's the expansion we're jumping into. That was the expansion trailer. Yeah, okay, no, we're good, thank you. I was gonna go into the trailer again. We waited too long. All right, so yeah. Let's go. We're here with our lass. All right, so here we are. All right, so we'll do a little bit of recap here. So, hello everyone. Welcome back to Final Fantasy. We're going to be starting into the Shadowbringers storyline today. So we're going into the Shadowbringers story. A little bit of a recap to what brought us here so far. So, shit has been basically heating up. The alliance including Doma, the Eorzean Alliance plus Doma, and Doma has been getting its own allies with its own thing or whatever, and has been forming an Eastern Alliance. They're officially at war with Garlemald. There was a big fight near the border of Alamigo between Garlemald and stuff like that. Elidibus, one of the Ascians, the emissary, the Ascian in white, has taken over Xenos' body and has sort of been proceeding with his machinations within the Empire. We learn that Varys, the Emperor, he's in league with the Ascians. He wishes to bring about the calamities that man might and the world might be made whole again, so that they could fight the Ascians, so that they stand on equal ground. And he's willing to usher in the calamities for that, and like the countless loss of lives and the loss of an entire worlds of life. Because each calamity marks the rejoining of a world, and that is the complete destruction of one of the world shards, and a calamity on the source, is how that works. So there's all that shit heating up. Meanwhile, though, mysteriously, the Scions, there's been moments with the Scions where they get like this racking headache, and they start hearing a voice, including us. They start hearing a voice that's saying things like, ahead lies a calamity, light expunging all life, this is not the way, history must be rewritten. And every time that happens, one of the Scions collapses. So one by one, each of the scions is collapsing, and we find out that they're locked in slumber, and that they can't wake up because their souls aren't in their bodies anymore. Their souls have been called and like taken out of their bodies somewhere else. And so it started with Thancred. Thancred was the first one to get taken when that first happened, and then it was both Urianger and Y'shtola. And then later on, it's Alphino. Alphino gets retrieved at a point. It's Alphino, and then finally, when we're fighting in the war, it's Alisaie. So all of our friends, the main scions, get taken, not including Kryl and Tataru, who are still here. But lastly, when we're fighting Xenos, we face Xenos, if not really Xenos, it's Elidibus and Xenos' body. We face Elidibus on the battlefield, and in the middle of our fight, we get this calling. We collapse to the ground, and it looks like we are about to get taken out. Luckily, Astinian saves us. We don't see this on screen, but Astinian saves us while we're passing out because of this high magic calling that's happening to us. Somebody's trying to fucking call to our soul. Astinian saves us, and we end up in Ishgard, so we live. But we have this this out-of-body experience where we're sort of like Kingdom Hearts on this platform in the middle of space, Kingdom Hearts style. And we see this mage. We meet with this mage who has been calling to us. He's like mysteriously hooded, very, very mysterious stuff going on with him. He doesn't give a name or anything like that. He says he doesn't have a lot of time to speak with us. He says that the war we wage is of no consequence, that the better path leads to him, that he has need of our strength, and that's one of the reasons why he's been calling to us. He says he's left something at the base of the Crystal Tower for us, and that this will open up the way for him, that we should find it, and he will handle the rest. That this will open up the way for us to go to where our friends are, where he's taken our friends' stools, the way to the first. So the first shard. So when the world was in the, okay, so what we know is that in the clash between Hydaelyn and Zodiark, so these beings of light and darkness, when they clashed and Hydaelyn cast Zodiark from the world was split and sundered into 13 reflections and the source. So we're on the source, and there's these 13 other worlds, these reflections. And as each rejoining has happened, one of those world shards has got destroyed and sort of like added or whatever, brought together to etherically, whatever, to the source. So there's been 7 Umbral calamities, so that's happened 7 times. But one of the shards that remain is the first. Now, we've heard of the first before because there was these warriors of darkness, this group of heroes that apparently come from the first. Their world was being destroyed, was being consumed in light, primordial light. And they came here as sort of like a last bit effort to try. They were tricked by the Ascians, who were really the hands behind triggering that consumption of light in the first place. They were tricked by the Ascians, and the Ascians told them that the only way to save their world was to join in the rejoining, because at least the souls of their world, the people of the souls of the world, would be rejoined to the source. So while everybody would die, at least their souls would be saved. But luckily, Urianger helped us get a meeting with Hydaelyn and Minfilia, who at the time was the Word of the Mother. She had sort of joined with Hydaelyn, and Hydaelyn has enough strength to separate Minfilia away, and Minfilia goes to the source to stop the flood of light and to save the first, and that's the last we hear of her, and she takes the souls of the warriors of darkness with her. And that's the last we hear about the first. So we're apparently going to the first right now, and we're gonna go find out what has happened to our friends and who is this mysterious mage that calls to us. So yeah. Tataru? The Circus Trench. Okay, so it's called Circus here because the Circus Tower is the Crystal Tower. Oh, we're also getting white oak weapon coffer. Eye level 385. Oh, that's actually better than what we have. I haven't upgraded my staff yet. Okay, we'll see what it is. Tataru is itching to share what appears to be good news. Good news, Kelvin. We had a stroke of luck in our search for that beacon. The beacon being whatever he's left at the base of the tower, this mysterious mage. Apparently, our colleagues have stumbled across a hidden path leading down into the hollows around the base of the crystal tower. Hidden path? Okay, okay. Serious face. A path I doubt we'd ever have found had the Ironworks and the Suns not added their numbers to the party. And the Ironworks as well, nice. Thanks to them, we have eager eyes aplenty down there, checking under rocks and peering into every nook and cranny. Still, it sounds like there's a lot of ground to cover. Then we better go and give them a hand. It sounds like tedious work, but not as tedious as waiting around, I suppose. Then we better go and give them a hand. Yeah, we're sitting around not doing anything. We can go looking. Fist punch. My thoughts exactly. The sooner we find this beacon, the sooner you can travel to wherever it is this mysterious voice is coming from. And the sooner we can work out how to help our friends. We have to find a way to wake them up, and before the Empire comes calling again. Yeah, right now in terms of the situation with the Empire, luckily they've fallen back from the front lines. So luckily our war of subterfuge that we had sort of planned to do has been working. We spread rumors in the Empire that Xenos is possessed by a demon, because they obviously the regular populace doesn't know that Xenos' body is currently being possessed by Elidibus, an Asian. So we've managed to spread discord throughout the Empire and help respark some of the uprising in some of the other provinces to pull back the fire, so that the Garleans have pulled back their army that was going to assault Alamigo. So right now we're at sort of like a standstill. So we have a little bit of a reprieve here that allows us to go do this. And before the Empire comes calling again, meaning we have no time to lose. Indeed. There's a boat in North Silvertier waiting to ferry people to the site, so let's be on our way. Ooh, the new quest accepted music. It gets me every time. Do 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 do. Okay. Every time that we go into a new expansion, the quest accepted music changes. Someone lying on the ground there, that's okay. All right, hold on a second. Calico, I'm sorry, but you have to go. We can't take you with us. All right, technically, lorically, we wouldn't be able to take our Chokibo with us either, but you know, whatever. Magic. Aeon comes with us. All right, here we are. Cinconac Ferryman. Head to the survey site, madam. It's on the eastern shore of the lake, and the swiftest way to get there is by boat. Take the boat to the survey site? Yes. Ooh, so this is like, I guess, the secret path at the base of the tower? Okay. Ori Boulder? You're here as well? Galwin, the search continues, but I have no doubt we shall find this beacon of yours. Thank you. Ooh, Aenor and Clemens as well. A lot of the Scions here. Cold Net over there as well. Aenor? The Archons need our help. Next to that, even matters of the heart don't seem to matter. Yeah, Aenor is always very love-struck. Oh, hey, Runic. Shadowbringers hype, heck yeah. Alright, Clemens. I detected no slaving beasts in the vicinity. My sister accepted. Damn, burn! Alright, Son of St. Konak. A towering edifice is the outer wall of the Crystal Tower's foundation. The labyrinth of the ancients, to be precise. Cold net. The air here weighs heavily upon me. 'Tis little wonder, I suppose, when standing in the shadow of such an imposing structure. Yeah, this shit big. That shit big, okay. Kataru?
Look how many people there are.
Yeah, there's people from the Sons of St. Konak. Then we got the Ironworks people, our B Team Scions, heck yeah. Your work for services will not be needed, I'm sure. I'm sure we'll be okay. We'll be okay.
Should we get to it then? Pick up anything that seems the least bit device-like, and we'll make ourselves a pile.
The least bit device-like. Anything that looks devicey.
Well, if it isn't the hero of the hour,
Thanks.
maybe you'll change our look. We've found bugger all without you.
Biggs! Wedge!
That's what I said, the Taro. Biggs, wedge.
Aye, aye. Well, we could hardly say no to a call for aid from the Scions.
Blades.
Jesse called it the chief of some other business. So we'll be working twice as hard to make up for his not being here.
Jesse called the chief for some other business. Okay, so that's why Sid's not here.
Thrice as hard, even.
Thank you, both of you. I'm sure we'll find that beacon in no time.
Alright, time to be searching for anything device-like looking.
I'm not seeing anything out here.
Once again, I know I said this before, but like there was like in the Crystal Tower raid, Nero did drop his like ding 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 little thing that was like his little he had like a device that was like sort of pinging like a radar or something like that, and he dropped it. At the end of the raid, he tossed it down in the chasm around the Crystal Tower, and it starts beeping wildly. We hear it beeping wildly, but you know we don't get anything from him after that.
Do you reckon you could squeeze in there, Wedge?
And get stuck halfway? No, thank you.
I get stuck halfway. Yeah. A nightmare scenario.
I could try if you like.
Tataru, no, dangerous.
Tataru, no! We couldn't ask you to do that.
Oh, I'll be fine. This receptionist is not afraid to get her hands dirty.
Yeah, that's great, getting your hands dirty and whatever, but not like maybe getting stuck somewhere and that being a problem. Oh, I see something? Device-like?
Sorry,
It's a
I meant to
gear.
say, the scholars haven't finished their preliminary assessment of the site yet, so we're not supposed to venture too far in.
Okay, okay. I did find this. I don't know. I don't think this counts as
What's that
device-like.
you got there?
I don't know. A gear. I think it has the Ironworks symbol on it. So
Now that looks promising.
yeah, this is the Ironworks symbol. Does it look promising? Does a random ass gear count as a device?
Isn't that the Ironworks symbol? Counterfeiters?
counterfeiters. I figured it might be something that got accidentally left here by you guys. Oh fuck! It's the voice.
Now I have you.
Now, now I have you.
What's happening?
Oh, this was it apparently.
Stay with me. Focus on my voice. Let expanse
Contract. Eon become instant. Throw wide the gates that we may
This
pass.
must be it. The device. Oh, this is supposed to happen.
It's supposed to. I'm being yoinked.
Throw wide the gates that we may pass.
Throw wide the gates that we may pass.
Oh, safe journey, warrior of light. Find our friends and bring them home.
Will do, Tatara. We are being yoinked. Up space. Space. Is this how yoinkings happen? We're in space first? Oh, these aren't necessarily stars, like little like crystally bits. Up, we're flying now. Falling, flying. Hear, feel, think. What are these? Oh, these are memories. The dawn's light will shine again.
Do not
Oh,
look at
fucking
this.
horse, you fucking bastards. Of course they're.
There's no freedom in that.
That's Lise. The Papolino. We saw Gaius. Amaric.
We did everything
That's
right.
the Warrior of Darkness dude.
Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this.
Arbor. Why do we reach for that one? Yo, Arbor, we go into the first. Oh, what is that moment? Infilia.
Your
Is this her
time
stop in the light?
has not yet come.
Oracle of Light. Your time has not yet come? Minfilia, do you have a fucking new title now? Minfilia's putting on titles. Word of the Mother, Oracle of Light, you know, like, just keep going. It's not space? Well, it looks like space. Okay. Mysterious shadow. Walking. Ominous. Those with keen eyes might notice things. Why? Okay, screen all fuzzy. Is this another vision? Up. We're alive. Purple forest. They really go with this is a new world kind of vibe. They're just like, just make the forest purple. That will be alien enough. Oh, are we okay? How head hurty?
From endless dreams I awake.
What? Oh, we're stumbling forward. From endless dreams I awake.
Something vague, yet urgent, calls me to action once more.
This is Ardbert's voice narrating. This is our zone narration that we're getting now. Ardbert's the new narrator. We got Lise as the last narrator before. Okay, I've regained my thing. We're less dizzy now. A chokibo. Oh, familiar enough. A person. Hello, excuse me, I am lost.
Rare to meet someone out here who's not a peddler themselves. What brings you into the wilds this time of night?
Looking at this guy. Night. Oh, we're getting a dialogue option with this. Also, I think that guy, I think he looks like, they made him look like, the same guy that you initially meet on the cart or the boat that you do in the very first opening, the opening of the game, where you're either on a cart going to Gridania or a cart going to Ul'dah, or you're on a boat going to Limsa, and there's this character that you meet and talk with, and later you find out they're triplets, but it's all the same character but in different garb. And this guy looks like them, and I think that's supposed to be like a little like nod tie-in. What do you mean by what do you mean this time of night? Yeah, we'll say this. I wouldn't say it's bright as day. Maybe there's like a different meaning. I don't know. Maybe it's like a saying out this way.
Well, if it ain't the oldest joke in the book. Me granddad, God
Oldest
rest
joke in the
his soul,
book?
used to tell that one to the barman at kicking out time. And when, pray tell, did we last have a dark night? You rotten old drunk, you, he'd reply.
I really like how cinematic they've made this look.
Over 100 bleeding years ago, that's when.
Thanks, backstory man. Apparently they haven't had a dark night in 100 years. Very unfortunate. Rest in peace, nocturnal creatures.
I'd almost think you meant it.
Oh, he's having a moment.
Ah, got to you, did they? Poor beggar. That explains it then.
Who got me? Nah, no thank you. I don't accept drinks from strangers. Also, I don't drink. It's all you.
Well, I've roads to travel and wares to sell. But you best hurry along to the town nearby.
At least they have
Just head
chocobos
east
here.
through the trees and aim for the Shining Tower.
Head east
You'll
through the
find the
dunes
place
and for
soon
the
enough.
Shining Tower?
It's the biggest settlement for malms around.
Thank you, sir.
Go on now, friend. They'll take good care of you in the Crystarium.
Crystarium. Okay. It's the name of the settlement. Right there seemed like the perfect moment to be like this. That would be a classic moment in a single player video game to be like, you now have control of your character. In the seamless
Dizzying
transition from
heights it rises, the gleaming spire, its tip threatening to pierce the blinding canopy.
Okay, so this is interesting because this is the first, but they also have a crystal
It will all
tower.
begin anew, between dark and light, the pure and the corrupt, the one true struggle.
Between dark and light, the pure and the corrupt, the one true struggle. It will begin anew. Dude, it's already been happening. I don't know if you've been with the Ascian struggles versus us, the champion of Highland, for the last little while, but you know, that shit's already hitting the fan. Always. Isn't this music? Here we are. Oh, we can't mount. We could walk that way towards Crystal Tower. I think, is this just, we're just in a zone now? We could just explore. You know, but we'll just walk. Will it stop us? For science. New world, who this? Just wanders off. Oh, it stops us, it stops us. Okay, we for science did. Such good music. Ooh, oh. It's good shit, good shit. This is a very good opening. Okay, we made it to checkpoint. Looking area. Is this the entrance to the place?
Halt.
I'm halting. I doth halt. Also Vera.
Every face in this city I know. Yours, I do not.
I'm new here, in more sense than one. Hello.
This is the threshold of the Crystarium, stranger, and I am its gatekeeper. If you would enter, you will answer my questions.
Okay, this is the threshold of the Crystarium. All right. I'll answer them to the best of my ability, but, you know...
From where do you hail?
I heard us with a tough question right off the bat. Eorzea? This is the first. I don't think they're gonna know Eorzea. That's a complicated question with a complicated answer. Ooh, we get Gridania and we get the source. Gridania because that, I guess that it's whatever city-state you started in. Okay, so I don't think they would know Gridania. However, I don't think that the source and its reflections is a common knowledge. But maybe they have this knowledge. Maybe they understand what's happening to their world. So we'll say the source.
The source? What is this cryptic nonsense?
Ah, shit. They don't know. I had to give it a go.
Had you given me an honest answer, I would not have barred your way.
That was the honestest answer I got.
A person's place of origin. But instead, you chose concealment. And I will not suffer you to pass.
Dude, I was as honest as I could do. Dude, I'm being as honest as I can. Okay. Oh, monster? Nicely done, lass. Fucking dispersed to ether like a fucking primal. Left like a crystal in the ground. What the fuck is that?
That one had eaten.
Had
It
eaten.
must have gulped down the whole hand. Ring and all.
Oh fuck, it was this guy's ring. Oh shit, is he dead? I thought he was walking. He said he gulped on the whole hand, so maybe it just took his hand. Should I go after him then? Is he dead or you think he's bleeding out right now?
Everything all right, Captain?
Oh, thank God. Mysterious mage guy is here to retrieve us. I was gonna be able to get into the city. You, mysterious mage guy.
Quite all right, my lord. Just a stray sin eater, and a weak one at that.
Sin Eater.
I see. Weak or not, we should be on the lookout for more.
You know, she also says, my lord. Leader here? Mysterious mage dude.
But I see you've met my guest. I will escort her to the Crystarium myself, if you've no objections.
We saw in the Shadowbringers, when we watched the Shadowbringers trailer earlier, that, you know, his hand and like crawling up his neck and his face, it's a crystal. Oh, and he changed from question mark here to Crystal Exarch. He didn't introduce himself, but apparently that's who this mysterious mage is, Crystal Exarch. Which, I mean, unless it's, well, I mean, it could be a name. I mean, we have stuff like with one of the Rogadan clans that's just like, you know, their names could be like, you know, like Roaming Dawn or Wicked Ambush or White Griffin or whatever, so I won't judge. But I think this is a title. I see you've met my guest. I will escort you to the Crystarium myself if you've no objections.
Another of your mysterious friends, is it? I should have known.
I should have known. She was so mysterious and cryptic. Mysterious friends. Does that also means the Scions? Assuming they're here and, you know,
I'll inform the others your
alive.
guest is to be given the run of the city.
If their souls apparently got yoinked here.
Pray forgive my less than cordial welcome. May the rest of your stay with us be a pleasant one.
That's okay, that's understandable. I am a suspicious figure. My apologies for being so suspicious. I'm a stranger here. Oh, a smile at her though.
Come with me. I will answer whatever questions you have when we are somewhere more private.
All right, mysterious mage man, and we have a lot of questions. We have a lot of questions. Like where our friends are, why you call us, who are you, etc. How did you call us? Obviously with very high magical means. Oh, he stopped.
Right then. Before we plunge into the wheres and wherefores, let me first thank you for answering my summons.
Not like we had much of a choice, dude. Not that we had much of a choice. You were yoinking all of our friends. One by one, we came here seeking our friends. And also, you know, I maybe would like not to collapse on the battlefield. You know, that could also be nice. We had little choice but to answer your summons, dude. You persistent bugger that you are. It's not like you gave us, there was a yes-no to this yoinking. It's not just like, it wasn't like you read the signs and it's just like, hey guys, would you like to be yoinked to the first? Yes, no. Please reply.
I had intended to bring you directly to my personal quarters, but I fear my aim was slightly off. That you were still able to make the crossing unharmed is a great relief.
Yeah, we had a bit of like a headache and some dizziness here, but we're here. They're still able to make the crossing unharmed. Was there chance of harm? Like, or just like the travel to where I ended up to here? The Crystarium?
And so, we come to the question of where. The realm in which you now find yourself belongs to one of the 13 reflections, or shards. The first, to be precise, even if its inhabitants are largely oblivious to the fact.
Yeah, I tried. I thought maybe they might not be oblivious, so I tried saying the source, so, you know. Didn't end up working out for us. Okay, they are largely oblivious to it. Okay. Yeah, he did say that the path to the first would be open, so we knew that we were going to the first. That's where he wanted to take us.
As to wherefore, having been awarded the rather grandiose title of Crystal Exarch, I, in my capacity as caretaker of the Crystarium, thought to seek the aid of you and your companions.
Okay, so Crystal Exarch is his title, and he leads the Crystarium here, and he, through some way, found out about the source, and then also us and our companions. How'd you come to this knowledge? Are the other Scions here, or do you have any idea how much trouble you've caused? Well, most of the trouble that was caused was taking the Scions. And, you know, me almost dying in the middle of a battlefield. That was also a lot of problem. But let's ask after our friends. Are the other Scions here? It's the main reason for us coming here. To seek our friends.
Is a question with no simple answer.
Well, you
but all
fuck.
shall be explained in due course, I promise you.
That is a question with no simple answer. It's yes, no. What happened to their souls when they got brought here? This is a yes, no question. Are they here? Yes, no. But all shall be explained in due course, I promise you. Mysterious mage man, fucking answer now, man.
Let us begin with the glaring skies up above.
Okay. Let me start at the beginning. Maybe not the beginning.
Here in the first, the world has been all but consumed by primordial light.
That was the problem that the Warriors of Darkness spoke of.
It began a century ago, by this realm's reckoning. A luminous flood swallowing everything in its path. More than 9/10 of this star was lost.
9/10. Destruction.
And the fortunate few who survived are hounded by abominations born of that catastrophe even now.
Abominations born of that catastrophe. Okay.
Sin Eaters, we call them. The creature you saw earlier was one such monstrosity.
Okay, and that's specifically born of the destruction of the land by the light?
It was to save the first from this menace that I learned to bridge the rift between worlds. That I might call upon the aid of the greatest of heroes.
Wow, the greatest of heroes, man. The greatest of heroes. High praise. Not a great hero. The greatest of heroes. Fucking high praise, my dude. Were you seeking an answer? Like, you came across this knowledge of other worlds, but you didn't share this with others? Instead, you maybe sought to seek an answer. Did you speak to maybe the Warriors of Darkness? Did they tell you this? Mephilia, maybe? Hydaelyn? You sought an answer to your problem in other worlds, and then what, you saw us? Or, like, did somebody else inform you that we were the greatest of heroes? Like, that's high praise, though. The greatest of heroes.
Though it meant depriving a world of its champion, I had to try. For in saving the first, you would bring salvation to the source as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was doing important shit back in Eorzea. We were fighting Ascians, trying to stop a war. You know, you're lucky. Shit's on the low burner right now, but you know, it's not gonna be like that forever, so... But if it was all leading up to a calamity, then yeah, we would want to stop it. That would be just as important as fighting Garlemald and the Ascians. Well, this is... The rejoining is Ascian machinations to begin with.
But what manner of host harangues his guests in the middle of the road? Let us continue our talk within the Crystarium.
Well, you did say you would go answer my questions when we got to the Crystarium, so this was a sort of like just a little bit of a parlay on the side of the road. All right, fair enough. All right, loading. Oh, fancy bridge. Look at the delicate ironwork of the arches here. You don't like these greenhouse-like constructions as well. The fancy city, man. I agree. Oh, look at the aetheryte.
Such a proud and vibrant city.
We got the cat guys as well.
For the living in a world all but resigned to oblivion.
Soul Sanctuary.
Each stone was laid with hope. The town itself a symbol. A monument to defiance in the face of death.
Fuck yeah.
No would-be hero could fail to
giant
answer its
cauldron.
call.
No would-be hero could fail to answer its call.
For who among us does not yearn for salvation?
Oh, oh, those are like Amalja. For who among us does not yearn for salvation? No would-be hero could fail to answer its call. Damn. That opening narration says this is such a grand and hopeful city. At the base of this crystal tower. Look at this. All right. Big city. Excuse me one moment. Aetheryte. Aetheryte must attune. I don't know where he's gonna lead us, but let's go tune to this Aetheryte real quick. Aetheryte is not responding. Oh. Never mind. Not allowed to retune. Is it because we're over the source? Alright, sorry about that. I just bolt off towards the Aetheryte. Crystal Exorcist is like, wait. Alright. And here we are. Welcome, my friend, to the Crystarium. Complete. It's gonna take me a bit to get used to the quest music. Good music though. Shadowbringers Orchestral Roll. And then we got White Oak Weapons Coffer. So let's use this. See what weapon we get. White Oak Cane. Okay. Oh. This is nice. This is nice. I like the silver and the gold, and then the blue crystals at the top. Goes well with what we have as well. Good staff, good staff. We shall take it. We shall take it. All right. Crystal Exarch is just like, hello, welcome to the city. Here, take this weapon. And we're just like, all right. City of the First. Okay, we're also getting a white oak. We're also just getting gear straight off the bat as well. All right, we'll take it for. We'll take it, and then we'll decide later what. We're not going to use it on healer. Because yeah, it says item level 385, so we'll use it for a different class. The Crystal Exarch has a request for you. Now, a full, frank discussion in the privacy of my study would seem to be in order. But I think our conversation would be more meaningful were you first to gain a firmer grasp of the situation here. Okay. To that end, I would like you to visit a few of the Crystarium's civic leaders and glean something of this world and its predicament. Okay, sure. I'm game for learning more about stuff. As you can see, this path will take you directly to the Aetheryte, a convenience with which I am sure you are only too familiar. I am indeed. Thank God for Aetherites. Being the rightful object of my summoning spell, you should, in theory, be able to reach all the way back along your etheric trail and find a connection in the source, believe it or not. Meaning that we can still teleport back to the source, okay? Being the rightful object of the summoning spell, okay? I strongly suggest you complete this attunement before venturing any further. I tried, dude. It wouldn't let me. Maybe he was waiting for this. Fancy ass crystal, by the way. After you've done so, walk up the steps next to the Aetheryte and head out to the left to arrive in the crystalline mean. This is where you'll find our collective of crafters and gatherers, as well as their spokeswoman, Catullus, one of the people I should like you to meet. Another is Morin. To reach him at his Cabinet of Curiosity, you'll want to avoid the aforementioned steps, take the exit on the left, over here, and simply continue straight along and down until you come to the large doors at the end of the path. The third and final person I should like you to meet is Bragi, our man in charge of trade and distribution. He's to be found in the markets, which you can access from the opposite side of the Aetheryte Plaza. In seeking out each of my colleagues, you will visit the major districts of the city and hopefully gain a feel for the place. I trust my directions were simple enough? Crystal clear. All right, crystal clear. Very good. I can see the layout of the Crystarium owes more to historic necessity than planning, but I'm sure you'll learn its twists and turns before long. In all honesty, the true challenge may be in finding the right way to approach its citizens. Yeah, can you give me a backstory? Can you give me a cover story or something? As you discovered during your encounter with the captain, the people of this world are unaware of the existence of other stars, and will struggle to accept the truth of your origin. That being the case, when they ask whence you hail, as they inevitably will, I suggest you claim to share a homeland with the Crystal Exarch. There is an unspoken rule here about peering too deeply into that particular mystery. Oh? You didn't really share with them where you hail, so I can just be like, yeah, I'm friends with him. He invited me here from his mysterious homeland, and they're just like, they just have accepted that you're not going to give them any answers. Okay. Dude, you're so mysterious. This guy's just shrouded himself in mystery. Are people hunting you, dude? When you finish making the rounds, pray meet me in a large courtyard at the center of town. Till then. Alright, time to explore the city, I guess. Exploring!